The sound of the football clanking off the uprights still echoes in the minds of Falcons fans. In the NFL, there are few lonelier moments than a kicker walking off the field after a miss, and for years, Young-Ho Koo wasn't supposed to be that guy. He was the steady hand, the clutch leg, the player you trusted when everything came down to 3 points. But time catches everyone. Confidence fades, mechanics change, and suddenly the man who once sealed victories became the man Atlanta could no longer rely on. The Falcons made it official: Young-Ho Koo is gone. It wasn't a shock, not really, the writing had been on the wall for months. His field goal percentage dipped below 73% over his last 19 games, one of the worst marks in the entire league. Every miss chipped away at the faith of a fanbase that had once celebrated his ice-cold accuracy. And then came Tampa Bay. A chance to tie the game late, momentum on Atlanta's side, the quarterback delivering hope, only for the kick to sail wide, dreams shattering in seconds. That was the breaking point. Head coach Raheem Morris said it bluntly after the game: "This team cannot afford to miss clutch kicks." The Falcons turned to John Parker Romo, a Georgia native with nothing to lose, and he delivered. 5 attempts, 5 makes. Not every strike was pretty, but every one of them counted. Suddenly, Atlanta had fresh energy, a new face who played like he had no fear. And for Koo, the story ended not with a roar, but with a quiet release. His confidence was gone, his form unrecognizable. The Falcons couldn't wait any longer. The Dirty Birds needed certainty, not memories. The NFL is cruel. One day you're trusted to win games with your leg, the next you're replaced. For the Atlanta Falcons, the decision to move on from their kicker wasn't just about numbers on a stat sheet, it was about sending a message to the entire locker room. This wasn't personal. It wasn't about tearing a man down. Every player in this league knows the truth: if you don't deliver, someone else will take your place. That's the harsh reality of Sundays in the NFL. The Falcons didn't make this call to embarrass anyone, they made it because their standard has changed. By choosing Parker Romo as the kicker for 2025, Atlanta's front office and coaching staff told every player on the roster exactly where they stand. No excuses. No second chances for sloppy play. No hiding behind potential. If you don't perform, the team will find someone who will. And that's why this moment matters. It isn't about a kicker's job. It's about culture. For too long, the Falcons lived in mediocrity, winning some, losing some, finishing with forgettable records like 8-9. But not anymore. Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot have made it clear: this is a new era. The Falcons are no longer here to simply compete. They're here to impose their will. This team wants to punch opponents in the mouth, to drag them through 4 brutal quarters, to make sure that even in defeat, Atlanta leaves a mark. Every cut, every roster change, every draft pick, it all reflects that mentality. And the message couldn't be louder: losing will not be tolerated in Atlanta. This offseason, the Falcons didn't just shuffle their roster, they redefined who they are. Look at the moves: Leonard Floyd, Divine Deablo, young talents like James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker, and the relentless power of veterans like David Onyemata and Grady Jarrett pushing from the inside. Every single addition screams the same thing: Atlanta is done playing soft. This defense is built to suffocate quarterbacks, to collapse pockets, to make every snap feel like survival. The pass rush is no longer a weakness, it's the heartbeat of this team. When the Falcons line up now, you feel that old-school Dirty Bird edge. They're not here for finesse or highlight reels. They're here to get muddy, bloody, and win the kinds of games that test your will. And here's the beauty of it: Michael Penix Jr. doesn't have to be Superman every week. He's got the arm talent, the gunslinger mentality, but in 2025, he's learning something even more valuable. Sometimes greatness isn't about putting up 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Sometimes it's about knowing when to protect the football, when to grind out a 23-20 win, when to lean on your defense and let them finish the fight. That's what we saw against Minnesota. Penix didn't need to be flashy. He needed to be steady. He needed to be a leader. And that's exactly what he was. All of this ties back to the message Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot have been shouting since day one of this new era: no one is safe. No job is guaranteed. From kicker to quarterback, from rookie to pro bowler, you perform, or you're gone. That's not cruelty. That's the price of building a contender. And in Atlanta, 2025 isn't about surviving. It's about creating a new identity, one forged in toughness, pressure, and unshakable belief. In football, just like in life, performance is everything. You don't keep your spot because of your name. You don't get snaps because of what you did last season. You earn it, every single day, every single rep. That's exactly what this Falcons team is showing. Young Ho Koo didn't deliver, and he was gone. Alford didn't hold up, and the rookie Billy Bowman took his job right out of training camp. No waiting until mid-season. No slow handoff. Week 1, Raheem Morris said, "Bowman's our guy." Just like that, a veteran sat, and a rookie stepped in. That's the new reality in Atlanta. If you can't get the job done, someone else will. No exceptions. No excuses. And honestly, that's what makes this team feel different than the Falcons we've watched the past few years. The 2025 Falcons aren't here to play favorites or hope guys figure it out by week 8. They're demanding results now. They're holding everyone accountable, from rookies to veterans, from stars to role players. It's tough. It's cold. But it's exactly what this franchise has needed for years. This isn't the same old Atlanta. This is a team building an identity around toughness, urgency, and accountability. And if you're not ready to rise up to that standard, then you're not wearing the red and black.